What happened when the hospital mixed up my reports with another patient's and nearly killed me? Hospitals are supposed to be careful. That's what I told myself as I sat in the waiting room for what was supposed to be a simple procedure. Gallstone removal. Routine, low risk, in and out within a few days. When the nurse finally called my name, I stood up, except she didn't say my name. She said Melissa. I laughed nervously. Oh, sorry, that's not me. She blinked, checked her clipboard, and frowned. Strange. Your wristband matches the chart. A chill ran through me. My name wasn't Melissa, but somehow my band said it was. I pointed it out immediately, but she shrugged. Clerical error. We'll fix it inside. I wanted to believe her, but when they wheeled me toward the operating room, a pit formed in my stomach. The surgeon greeted me cheerfully. Melissa, we're all set to remove your appendix. My heart stopped. Appendix? No, you're supposed to remove gallstones. He frowned. That's not what the chart says. Panic exploded in my chest. That's because it's not my chart. The room froze. Nurses exchanged nervous glances. The surgeon barked, stop everything. Verify her identity now. Within minutes, chaos erupted. Staff scrambled through files comparing wristbands and charts. And there it was, the truth. My records had been switched with another patient. If I hadn't spoken up, they would have cut into me for the wrong surgery. But it didn't end there. The clerical error wasn't just a name tag mix-up. It was systemic negligence. For days, I kept finding little things off, wrong medications brought to my bedside, nurses calling me by the other patient's name, test results that didn't match my condition. When I asked questions, they brushed me off. Mistakes happen, but these weren't small mistakes. These were life-threatening. On the third day, I felt a wave of dizziness so strong I nearly collapsed. The IV bag dripping beside me had someone else's name. Not mine, not my meds. I ripped it out and screamed for help. The head nurse rushed in, horrified. She pulled the bag off the stand, muttering under her breath, this could have killed her. That's when I broke down. I demanded answers. How many times are you going to nearly kill me before someone listens? Finally, the hospital administrator came in, stiff and nervous. We're aware of errors in our record-keeping system. It seems 2 patients with similar last names were admitted the same day, and files were mixed. My voice shook with rage. Similar names? That's your excuse for nearly cutting out my appendix, overdosing me, and mislabeling my entire case? He looked away. We'll investigate. But I didn't need an investigation to know what happened. They hadn't just made a mistake. They hadn't listened. Every time I said, that's not right, they brushed me off as dramatic, confused, anxious. And if I had stayed quiet, I might not be here telling this story. Eventually, a different surgeon brought in after the chaos performed the correct gallstone procedure. This time, he personally confirmed every detail with me before starting. Your name, your surgery, your consent, he repeated like a mantra. When I woke up afterward, the pain was real, but it was healing pain. For the first time in weeks, I felt like maybe I'd survive, but the scars weren't just physical. Nights, I'd jolt awake, convinced they were about to wheel me into the wrong surgery again. I triple-check every prescription bottle now. I don't trust anyone blindly, not even doctors. Later, through legal channels, I discovered the other patient, the real Melissa, had nearly been wheeled into my procedure too. She stopped it at the last minute when she overheard a nurse mention gallstones, something she'd never had. 2 women, 2 lives, both nearly destroyed because a system thought names were close enough. The hospital settled quietly. No big headlines, no public accountability, but I knew the truth, and I'll never forget the nurse's first words that day. Words that still echo in my head. Your wristband matches the chart. Because sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes the difference between life and death is just whether someone listens when you say, that's not me.